Hi, I'm Shayla Zimmerman, and the lesson we are going to go over today is the text clue background knowledge. So, we I wrote up a little sheet here where readers develop inferences by one, noticing clues about the character in the text. This is our text clues. Two, combining the clues with what they already know about people like this. This is the background knowledge. And three, stating an idea, and this is an inference. So we have our text clues plus our background knowledge gives us our inference. So it says the text clues, our text evidence, it says, I know, our background knowledge, so I think, which is going to be our inference. So you can figure out what a character is feeling or learn about the kind of person that a character is by relying on what you know about people in real life. So, first, we need to pay attention to our text clues about the character and then think to ourselves, what we already know about people like this in our lives. This is going to be our background knowledge. And then finally, you state an inference. And this is something that you think that's not explicitly said in the book, but it's something you can figure out by adding the clues and your background knowledge and the text evidence together to make your inference. So, the book I chose to go over is called Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters, and it is a book that is kind of a spinoff on Cinderella, and it's about these two sisters who are completely opposite. I believe they're twins. They look a lot alike, almost exactly alike, but one is she's very nice and very calm and caring, and she loves all the animals and is very nice to all the people in their village. And her sister tends to be selfish and she's not so nice. She's always in a bad mood. And we know this through text evidence. I'll read one of the pages here as an example. So, um, so one of the questions is, what do we know about the character? So we are going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the character, the mean sister, Minyara. So this page says, Minyara was almost always in a bad temper. She teased her sister whenever her father's back was turned, and she had been heard to say, someday, Nyasha, I will be a queen, and you will be a servant in my household. If that should come to pass, Nyasha responded, I will be pleased to serve you. But why do you say such things? You are clever and strong and beautiful. Why are you so unhappy? So, from this text evidence, we are able to find out that Minyara is always in a bad temper because the text says that. It says Minyara was almost always in a bad temper. So, so that is our text evidence. And then combining with background knowledge. So, Minyara kind of reminds me, I think everybody knows somebody kind of like Minyara. And I know when I was a child, I could sometimes see myself in the character of Minyara when I was younger because I was an only child and I didn't want to share my toys with my friends. And then my mom was kind of like Nyasha, and my mom has instilled in me the Nyasha side now. And you need to be kind to others and treat them as you want to be treated, and be nice and care about people, about others. So you can, I'm able to relate my background knowledge and life experiences into this book that way. And then, so then we can go to an inference. So the text says Minyara was almost always in a bad temper. And I am able to relate to this because I can understand how sometimes people can act that way. And so the inference is, maybe what's gonna happen at the end of this story? Is Manyara going to become queen and not treat Nyasha very well? Or maybe it's gonna be a happy fairy tale ending where Nyasha becomes queen and it humbles her sister, and she doesn't make her sister her servant, and everybody lives happily ever after. So there's some other prompts here that we can go over about what details does the author give you, what does this make you think of in your own life, and explain how your connection helps you understand the character better, and what ideas are you having. So it seems like, and then Nyasha, there is a snake, a garden snake. And we come to find out at the end of the story that the snake is actually the prince. The prince can shapeshift, and he shapeshifts into the snake so he can see the true colors of the sisters because he's trying to pick his princess to become the queen or princess. And so he sees Minyara's true colors, and he sees Nyasha's true colors. And Nyasha is always nice to the snake and feeds him and talks to him, while Minyara, when she would see him, she didn't give him any food, and she was like, ew, you nasty snake, get away from me. And she was mean to him. So then he realized he didn't want to marry that sister. So, and then what's something the author told you, and what do you think about that? So, these are just some things to go over and think about while reading, to reflect um, and go over what you are reading about in your story, to have your text evidence and your background knowledge, and then to come up with what you think about the story. So that is all for my lesson today. Thank you.